Number 2, MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go! 60 or 6-man. Check, ready?
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, 10 logos.
Check, 59. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
On first and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
53. 53. Check 53.
Watch the backer.
To try again after the sack. Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Braylon Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Check safety, check safety. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Rock it. Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Let's get that ball. Check it back. Check it back.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On 1st down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Leo, ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
59. Army. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Snap.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Watch out for Hill on the return.
That's it, baby. We go
Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 91.
53. 53.
Block now on first down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Ready, ready. Set 61. Matchbox light. Let's go.
On third and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down. Mahomes flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third and short. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 42 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. From the 36, Mahomes, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Ready? 30 base.
Marcus 59. Marcus 59. Hey, get away.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set. 18 Gator.
Check 53 is mine. You got nothing to run.
80 weapon. Smooth. Go. Now.
On 2nd and 9. Block. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing now is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Locke going to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Watch twins. Check 15. Check 15.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Thomas has got it. Complete. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going with Lindsey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the... line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him.
Result of the play.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Ready.
Locke trying again after the pick 6. Screen pass to Lindsey. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Locke. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Here's Locke. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Locke going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That one complete to Hill. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.